The town car's tires screeched to a halt, the smell of burnt rubber mixing with the neon glow of the Rio Grande's entrance. Karoline Leavitt didn't wait for the driver to open the door. She was already moving, her stiletto heels striking the pavement like bullets, each step echoing against the glass and steel canyon of downtown. The hotel's automatic doors hissed open, revealing a lobby so polished it looked like a war room disguised as a luxury resort. Marble floors reflected the cold glare of chandeliers, and the air hummed with the quiet tension of million-dollar deals and muttered threats. Karoline didn't break stride as she approached the reception desk, where Avery, the blue-haired receptionist, was slumped in her chair, her eyes glued to her phone screen. A progressive podcast droned from her earbuds, the words systemic oppression leaking out like a bad radio signal. Karoline's nails tapped the counter once, sharp as a knife. Reservation under Wilson. Avery didn't look up. Her fingers scrolled lazily through some meme feed, her gum popping. A full 10 seconds passed before she sighed and dragged her fingertips across the keyboard like she was swatting a fly. Nothing here. Karoline's smile didn't reach her eyes. Run it again. Avery finally glanced up, her smirk twisting into something petty. Our system automatically filters out certain profiles. The pause was deliberate, the insult barely hidden. Karoline's phone was already in her hand, her thumb hovering over a contact labeled nuclear option. The call connected before the first ring finished. Karoline's assistant, Marcus, didn't bother with greetings. His voice was all business, crisp and clean like a sniper's bullet. Asterisk reservation was manually deleted at 9:07 p.m. Audit logs show user ID Avery Rio Grande initiated the action. Backup proof is already on the cloud. Asterisk Karoline didn't react, but Avery's smirk cracked like thin ice. The receptionist's fingers twitched toward her mouse, but Karoline leaned in, her voice dropping to a whisper that carried the weight of a guillotine. Federal fraud. Section 1343. That's 5 years minimum. Hope you like orange jumpsuits, Avery. The lobby's ambient noise seemed to freeze. The manager, a sweating middle-aged man in a too-tight suit, came rushing over, his mouth opening to spout some corporate apology script, but the words died in his throat as the main doors exploded inward. Nicholas Rio didn't walk in. He arrived, a force of nature in a tailored black suit, his presence sucking the oxygen from the room. Every head turned. Every phone camera lifted. Rio's eyes locked onto Avery like a predator sighting prey. By 11:13 p.m., the internet had turned into a full-scale battlefield. The hashtag Karoline vs. Woke Receptionist was trending in 6 different countries, becoming the center of a brutal online fight. On one side, angry liberals screamed about injustice and oppression. On the other, conservatives laughed and mocked them, turning the whole situation into a joke. Memes of Avery's shocked face when Rio fired her spread faster than wildfire. People photoshopped her expression onto famous historical paintings, edited her onto fake magazine covers, and even created fake articles with headlines like Faithful Quarterly, Play Stupid Games, Win Stupid Prizes. Karoline's team didn't waste any time. They released the audit logs like a bomb, exposing the digital evidence for everyone to see. The logs showed Avery's user ID, the exact time she canceled the reservation, and even a backup of the deleted booking. It was undeniable proof. Rio didn't hesitate. He sent a company-wide email at midnight, the subject line blaring in all caps, "Refuse service for politics? You're gone." By 3 a.m., Avery was live on TikTok, crying uncontrollably. The camera shook as she sobbed to her followers, "This is literally violence, they're silencing dissent." But the comment section was filled with clown emojis, laughing gifs, and people mocking her. Meanwhile, Rio Hotel's stock price shot up by 8% as soon as the market opened. Investors suddenly remembered why they trusted a CEO who refused to play political game. From the penthouse windows, the city looked like a chessboard, tiny and insignificant. The protesters below were nothing more than ants waving signs, their shouts too weak to reach the top floors. Karoline sipped her whiskey, the ice cubes clinking like a quiet countdown. The door swung open without a knock. Rio walked in, his tie loose, his knuckles red and raw, like he just punched a wall and enjoyed it. "You cost me a PR nightmare," he said. Karoline didn't even turn to look at him. "No, you gained every CEO who's tired of this nonsense." Rio grinned, his smile sharp and dangerous. Her phone buzzed, another anonymous number, another death threat. "Eat glass, fascist." She deleted it without a second thought. The screams from the street didn't matter. The game wasn't rigged. She was just better at playing it. By noon the next day, 3 major hotel chains had copied Rio's policy word for word. Their press releases sounded like bad fanfiction, desperately trying to imitate his success. Avery's GoFundMe, "Help Me Fight Corporate Tyranny," was shut down after someone discovered she had already spent the first $5,000 on designer sunglasses. Karoline's approval rating skyrocketed, making her rivals nervous. At the Rio Grande, the new receptionist handed her a keycard with both hands, her voice shaking. "Welcome back, Ms. Leavitt." No smirk. No politics. Just fear. Perfect. Karoline slid her sunglasses on, watching the city bend to her reflection. Lesson learned. But let's dive into the lessons learned from this story. 1. Power respects power, not whining. Avery thought her smug little power play, deleting Karoline's reservation, would go unchecked because she believed in the safety of her ideology. She was wrong. The moment real power, Nicholas Rio, entered the room, her woke posturing crumbled. The lesson? The world doesn't care about your self-righteousness. It cares about results. If you can't back up your talk with real leverage, you're just noise. Rio didn't debate her. He didn't form a committee. He fired her on the spot. Weakness gets exploited. Strength gets obeyed. 2. Document everything. Your paper trail is your weapon. Karoline didn't scream at Avery or make empty threats. She had proof, cold, hard, digital evidence that Avery had manually deleted her reservation. That proof turned the tide in seconds. The lesson? Always have receipts. Whether it's a business deal, a workplace dispute, or an online argument, the person with the best documentation wins. The internet loves drama, but it bows to facts. If you're not logging, recording, or saving evidence, you're fighting with one hand behind your back. 3. Public opinion is a tool, not a master. Avery ran to TikTok, crying about violence and oppression, expecting the mob to save her. Instead, she got clowned into oblivion. 4. Fear is better than likes. By the end, the new receptionist handed Karoline her keycard with both hands, no attitude, no politics, just pure, obedient fear. That's the real currency in any hierarchy. Avery wanted to be liked by her little online tribe, but Karoline wanted to be feared by anyone who might cross her. The lesson? Respect is good. Fear is better. Being liked is temporary. Being untouchable is forever. 5. Winners don't play fair, they change the rules. Rio didn't just fire Avery, he sent a company-wide email that became industry standard. Karoline didn't just get her room, she set a precedent that made her untouchable in every hotel chain moving forward. The lesson? True power isn't winning the game. It's rewriting the rules so you can't lose. Final thought. The world isn't fair. It's not about who's right, it's about who's left standing. Play to win. You just watched Karoline Leavitt dismantle a woke receptionist, expose corporate weakness, and rewrite the rules in her favor without breaking a sweat. Now ask yourself, are you the Avery in your story, crying on TikTok when reality hits? Or are you the Karoline, armed with proof, ruthless precision, and the unshakable will to win? The game is rigged, but not against you. It's rigged against the weak. Stop begging for fairness. Start building leverage. Document everything. Strike fast. Let the losers whine while you collect the keys to the penthouse. Want to play for keeps? Stop reading. Start executing. Your move. Hit repost if you'd rather be feared than liked. Follow me for more unapologetic power plays. DM game over for the playbook they don't want you to have.